السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وبارك لنا فيما أعطيت وقنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك إنه لا يذل من واليت ولا يعز من عاديت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت فلك الحمد على ما قضيت نستغفرك اللهم ونتوب إليك وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم. ربنا اغفر لنا وارحمنا وأنت خير الراحمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
So we are reading the second flash, fifth point, and second matter. Begin with the sentence, but if the anxiety. But if the anxiety is removed by contentment with the divine decree and reliance on God, the physical misfortune will gradually decrease, dry up, and vanish, just like a tree whose roots have been severed.
Okay, I think this is the sentence we can start today.
The second to last sentence on the second matter.
Second matter, yeah. You got it? Oh, let's be on the same page altogether.
Should I read again?
Ready? We can read and we can make comment or analyze it. Read the text critically. Say, what does it mean? How do we understand this? Try.
Okay. And reliance on God, the physical misfortune will gradually do. So there's what I take from this is that your perception of physical misfortune will, here in this case, not only disappear, but it'll be cut from the roots. So where it's growing from will be severed if indeed there is contentment with the divine decree and reliance on God. So for example, when I see things that could be that are a physical misfortune, but if I see this as a some sort of punishment instead of something to realize, to understand that this is indeed part of the divine decree and I should be content with it.
The main question is, how can we really relate it to divine decree? Practically
speaking.
Yeah, for example, they're saying that this is God's decision. I rely in him. Does it solve the problem? I have to be content with my understanding of divine decree. What is it?
The contentment, that's, I guess, internalization.
Yeah.
Versus when you could just speak and say.
So, internalization. That's excellent. How can you internalize divine decree? Practically speaking, tell me now. Divine decree means really saying that this is his decision.
Yeah. So I cannot control anything. I don't know.
Yeah. How can we not really internalize this? This is his decision. I am coming and hurting you with it. But where is God?
So if you use that example, and say, you're stabbing me. So if you stab me and hurt me, so I can focus on the pain or the shock that you decided to do that. But at the same time, if we're thinking of things in pairs, in the duality, that in fact, I don't like this, what you're doing to me, and that is beneficial because now I understand that this is something I don't want and I know what I want.
So how come that you don't want, and how come that you know what you want?
So
to make divine decree, the God's decision really needs some more preparations actually
before getting there.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have to be not only you have to be aware that things in this universe are meaningful to you. So if you see only this thing being punishment and not some sort of part of an exercise to teach you something, then you're not going to get to the point where you understand that this is divine decree.
Prior to this understanding,
that
this is divine decree, I think we have to establish something more, something else. First of all, how can I see that this is divine decree? This is divine will. How can I see that?
I mean, from the beginning.
Yes, very beginning, very beginning. Without foundation, we shouldn't really conclude we are religious people, we believe in God's will. It doesn't work, really.
Okay, so you have to first understand yourself in this universe, and if you then perhaps come to the understanding that there must be a creator in this universe. Is this the primary, or is this?
I understand. I understand, but the language was a little bit cracky.
Okay.
There must be a creator in the universe, or then this universe. To change the language, make it real, which makes sense to me. Okay, do it.
So,
you can do it. I'm sure you do.
So, if you come to the conclusion that this universe has an absolute creator,
must have an absolute creator.
Must have.
That's my conclusion.
Yeah.
How I conclude that? Anybody else also help this guy, the poor guy is under the bombardment of the questions.
So, like you said, right? You can think about your existence, your qualities that are given to you. They don't belong to you, right? So they must have somebody who gives them existence.
It cannot happen.
They cannot by themselves. Right?
We
they haven't given to me.
We must settle down a lot.
Right.
But how about our practical life? For example, everybody can ask himself or herself. Did I ever notice this morning, since I woke up, that I am in an existence which is deliberately done for me or for anything, you know. It is deliberately done. I am in an existence. I'm not saying creation, existence, which is deliberately done, not accidentally, cannot be. So who's making it? Who has arranged all this and really still arranging it? This is very important. Who is really arranging it, because it is continuously renewed, changed, nothing static. That's why we have to refresh our minds every moment. We can see divine decree is not a religious belief. Contrary to the general understanding, they say, you know, if you believe in God, you can believe in His will or His decree that everything comes from Him. But how can I really believe in God from the very beginning? If I'm not conscious that, I'm not aware that this universe needs a creator. It cannot happen by itself. Because practically speaking, what we do, we just take everything for granted. Here we are, everything is there. Oh, this is the same building as we used to come every week, so today is the last day before the summer break. So, and these are almost the same people except money. Okay. So we are all used to this. Oh, this guy also is a stranger now. He betrayed us, he left. Okay, he came back at least. We forgive him. Okay. We don't really exercise or practice. Sorry, not exercise, practice. The reality of this world. We don't. We just take it for granted. The universe is as it is. It's always like that. Every day follows one night after the day, and then another, and seasons follow each other. That is standard. And it, as if in our mind, it registers as if it is happening by itself. We have to refresh it. We have to refresh it. We have to question every moment as much as possible, especially if we are going to make a decision about anything. We have to say, I name this one before you want to discuss any matter about yourself. What shall I do? What am I going to do now? Applying for a job, and my relationship with my family and my friends, and the things are happening around me. When you are, especially at least at the beginning of making a decision, first locate yourself. Where I am. Where I am now. What is my reality? What is the reality of the things around me? So that I'm going to, let's say, rent an apartment. Simple, eh? Well, which one shall I rent? Okay, there are some options I will investigate through whatever the means I am being given. What are they? What am I doing? Locate yourself. The coordinations in existence is necessary. Where am I now? So definitely every human being comfortably understands with no difficulty that this universe cannot happen to be by itself just out of blue. Impossible. Every human mind accepts this, although some people use a certain rhetoric in order to make the argument, counter-argument. There's a why not universe might have been eternal. Is there any evidence that anything in the universe can be eternal at all? Demonstrate it to me. Everything is continuously changing. And everything is getting another shape, another way of existence. Yep. Yeah. And everything is perfectly organized, designed within a certain order. Nothing happens in this world accidentally, does it? No.
Randomly.
Yeah. Randomly? Accidentally? Nothing. Even one atom cannot move accidentally. There is a principle. There is an order, and this order definitely is prevalent in the universe, and this order cannot be explained by itself. There's an order happened by itself. At this building, for example, we get this shape by itself. We are human beings. Come on. I mean, we have to be realistic. There is no need to engage in the arguments and say that atheists are wrong, materialism is wrong. No, be a human being, you understand. Use your human ability. So this realization is important. I'm going to say something dangerous. Saying that the universe is created by God and I believe in God doesn't help you. Doesn't help. It's not real. It is just an, I don't know. Of course, you are not telling a lie, but it doesn't have any effect in your real life. You say, I believe in God, okay. But in my real life, I think that the things are happening by themselves. That is missing the divine decree in everything. Even in yourself now, come to yourself. Divine decree in yourself. For example, you want to have what was the example? Renting an apartment. That's the biggest problem here. So renting an apartment with a reasonable price, especially within your budget limits, is very difficult. For me, it's impossible. Sorry?
You said it really is a problem.
Yes, it is. It is a problem for me too. So I know that from my practical life. So how can I fit my budget into this high prices here? So I want a reasonable price, that healthy, but at least I want to see the sun sometime, yeah, at least. But maybe some pieces of sky, some pieces, not all, impossible. So, if I stick out my head from the window, I may see one or two trees somewhere, if you're lucky. So why, you say, why do I do that? Why do I want this? Why do I need this? Where did I get these senses? Locate yourself, coordinations in existence. Or you will understand that you are given all these qualities, and the things outside of you are also given existence within certain order. Nothing is accidental. You have free will that you choose. That is also not accidental. That is given to you too. So you are freely choosing. You are set free by your maker. You cannot claim, or no one can claim that I have gained my free choice, power to choose. No, it's with you. It's already given to you. Like your hands, your legs, your nose, your head, your physical body. They are all given to you. And you like beautiful scenery, for example. Yeah, which is given to you. And you have to choose accordingly by using the given free will. That is awareness of the divine decree. Now, what you can do, of course, is you are expected to use your free will, free choice, freely. Yeah. You are expected to use your free will freely, but you at the same time will be aware that everything is set, including your free choice, including your preferences, feelings, not by you, by someone else. When you choose, you have to say, you have to be aware. That's very important, practically. You have to be aware when you choose. You have to be aware that I am choosing according to how I was created. I'm not choosing as I want. No, I'm given this and I'm using it as I want. Still, you are under the control of the Creator who set you free to decide. Practical. And I said, okay, I have to exercise this. It's given to me. It's a given freedom. I have to exercise it. According to what? According to the senses the one who created the universe has given to me. According to the conditions, the one who is creating the universe, as I see, now I have to operate within these conditions by using the freedom given to me. Still, while you are using the freedom given to me, given to yourself, you feel the security that nothing accidentally happens. Everything is under control. The sentence I really like, that the problem, the misfortune, physical or non-physical, maybe psychological, depression or whatever, will be uprooted when you know that I am not the owner of the universe. I thought you didn't have the time to come.
I didn't, but I couldn't settle right yet again.
So welcome. Okay. If we know it, if we are aware that first of all I am free, secondly everything is under control of somebody who has favored the existence of this universe to me, my existence as well. It's incredible. Never limits your free will, and also never, this understanding lets you be alone, unattended, as if you have to struggle to protect your own existence, and you have to struggle to control everything. You can't. You can't. But at the same time, you are given the freedom to choose, enjoy it. Why not? Seems to be contradictory, but it's the big problem. I know that. You can be by my neighbor, and somebody may bring you tea. And so, where is your friend? You had another friend with you.
He moved out of town. Yeah.
Okay. Well, isn't there any good one? Yeah. This is, the printing is not really. Yeah, just show. Somewhere here, the last sentence.
Is that okay?
Well, it's browning, no?
Oh, no, I'm good.
No? Are you sure? You don't want sweet tea? No, no.
Okay.
Something sweet?
Oh,
Come on.
thanks.
Any person from Middle East, and they say, no, but they love it. But at the same time, they love saying no. Don't believe them. Yeah. Am I right? So that security is needed. When you feel this security, which must be real for you, not made up stories. And in our religion, we believe in the divine determining, without really being really sure about the truthfulness of this conclusion. That's why using the pre-existing religious concepts are not useful at all. Maybe, say more, harmful. Because it prevents you from thinking, reflecting, and making it real for you, for your reality. You know that those people who are somehow familiar with our way of dealing the subject, with this kind of matters, I don't favor any traditional belief at all. because it is not only useless, plus if it is not properly used, harmful. What are we going to do? We have to refresh ourselves every moment. Make it real for me. No copy-paste. No copy-pasting works in belief system. Belief must be present moment and your own conviction and refreshed. No copy-pasting. So yesterday I thought, yesterday I concluded, yesterday I was convinced. It was yesterday, my dear. Today is another day. You have to make another conclusion every moment. But at first it may take a longer time, but later on it becomes a kind of reflection. Reflex, not reflection, reflex. A kind of, as if automatic. Just ask the question, where am I? What is my location in the existence? But ask a question practically. What, for example, let's say you are combing your hair. Eh? Just ask, what am I doing? You know? What is this hair? I want hair to look this way or different. I don't bother because I don't have any. So it's not a problem, it's your problem. So you look this way or that way. Just question, you know what? Why am I bothering all this? I'm not saying don't bother. No, that's a question. Hair is given to you. It is created on in a strange way, on your scalp, something comes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable the way it exists. And then the small, and the thin things are coming out of your skin. What are they? And you bother about the shape of it. And you want them to look better for you, whatever, depends on how it looks better or not, but you want them to look this way, that way, you bother. And this sense is with you. Question. And you will understand that, look, although you are exercising your free will, but this is not against your free will. This is a set given to you. And within this set, you have some freedom. And enjoy your freedom. It's given to you. And also enjoying the freedom of using the free will is really pleasurable. No one wants to lose it. Yeah, I don't want to have any free will. Who wants it? That's made lovable for us by the Maker again. Use it, enjoy it, entertain it, but know that everything is under control. That is beautiful, actually. That's beautiful. Nothing happens by itself. Sometimes you may not understand some historical figures and how they could really do whatever they did. Historic narrations, they sacrificed their life or they were really brave and they grasped this. Nothing happens by itself. My existence also is not accidental or anything. So I have to exercise my free will. I have to exercise my free will within the consciousness, if you like, awareness that the universe is not by itself, happening without knowledge, without control, by itself. So as if you are on a plane, of course you walk back and forth in plane. Oh. Alex, this one. Okay. You want to use the bathroom, restroom, and you want to maybe walk just to stretch your legs, and you want to speak to people around you. You want to get a glass of water. and ask the attendants to help you and use the buttons here and there. There are lots of buttons. You call one. You feel that, you think that you are free doing everything. Yes, the conditions of the airplane is set for you and you are really free. But this airplane is planned on purpose and it is a pilot. It is not abandoned. It is not accidental. Everything is planned, designed, decided by a conscious choice. And your freedom in the airplane is also planned. Don't feel that, I don't know what am I going to do. No, everything is under control. Why bother? Just take notice of your free choice. While using your free choice, you may say, I want, that was the apartment example. I want this apartment. I don't want to miss it. And in New York, if you are late in 2-3 hours, it is gone. Yeah, so you have to, you have to be really quick and get every papers and documentation, financial statements ready, apply it and get. I want this one. Yeah, this desire is given to you as well. But if you cannot get it, what do you say? I tried my side, and this spaceship, if you like, the Earth, is not by itself. Everything is arranged. You get it, get it. You don't, you don't. Ask the question to yourself, have I used my free will perfectly? Consciously? If you have, that's what I did. I tried my best. And if you haven't, oh, that's your mistake. And don't blame the pilot or the designer of the airship. You get it? Blame yourself. Okay, are you comfortable there? Okay. So only with this, or through this consciousness, that we can uproot the worries and problems there. Uproot. It means cut the roots of the worries. Whatever happens, pain, pleasure, regardless, everything is under control. So, did we understand now why this author is comfortably saying that if the anxiety is removed by contentment with the divine decree and reliance on God? Of course, what we have discussed, how can we realize this? It is just showing the way, direction. But how can I make it real for myself? It is not impossible. It is not difficult. Just watch out for yourself that my typical example, sentence is this phrase: never, ever take existence for granted. Question every moment. Refresh it in your mind every moment. This is the building we use. No. This is the earth that, I'm born. Are you born on the earth or in the earth? What is the language? I was born on it. In it? In the earth? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Is it right? In the earth. Natives. Yeah. So, don't say this. This is how it is. No. Deliberately prepared, designed for you. Everything. And you are put in certain conditions again deliberately. For example, can you decide which family you are going to born into? Can you decide whether you are going to be a boy or girl? Can you decide you will have this shape or another shape? Can you? Can you decide that you will have 2 eyes but not 4? I would like to have another at the back. No, it is given. They are all given. Simple. By what? How do you see the perfect? Do you see that the perfect design there, conscious design, and whatever good or bad you think that is happening to you is designed, decided. You have to take. For example, you cannot say that if I was born into a rich family. No, you are not. You are not. You are born into a family that you are born. And if I had something more, no, you are not. Whatever you are given, you are given. Take notice of your 3 choice only. When you say this, the life becomes very easy. It needs nothing, but you don't have to have a degree or study theology for many years. It needs only an intention to be conscious. Very simple. Conscious of my existence. Just remind yourself, what am I? Who am I? Just ask a very good question. Suddenly you understand, if you have worked on it before, it becomes very easy to just come to the conclusion. It takes 1 or 2 seconds. Just stop. That what is beautiful, I understand. Now, the prophetic teaching says, before you want to study something, to do something, just say Bismillah. We reduce it to the language. We say, I'm going to say Bismillah. No. Just become aware that whatever is happening in the name of God. You phrase it. You put it into a language. But if you never think what Bismillah means for you, you never follow the prophetic teaching. Although your tongue says Bismillah, it's nothing to do with reality. Your reality, it must be a means of realizing your location in the creation. So everything is happening in the name of God. Do you remember that? Speak to yourself. Do you think can anybody, for example, control the pressure of air in the atmosphere? Do you think that we can change our life conditions? For example, instead of being in need of air, let's say we will live in sea, like fish. Can you change this? Now, there are certain rules. You follow the rules only. So if you want to live if you want to become a diver, stay in the sea for 2-3 hours, you have to have the oxygen tubes. But these are rules. You have to know that if you don't have the oxygen tubes, never try that. You will kill yourself. This is the rule. You cannot change. But it doesn't mean that I am bound, imprisoned by the rules. No, these rules are set by a conscious being. For example, here we are in the building, and this building has a wall here and another wall there, and the ceiling and the floor here. And do you think we are imprisoned here? Do we think? We have to obey no, we are pleased that there are walls and there is a door, there is a window. And this is because it is deliberately, consciously planned. And we are given the freedom to use this room or another room or another room. If you want to have a larger room, go to the other one. If you have it, if you don't have it, that's my given. That's given. And this given condition is consciously done by a conscious being, and this being is not crazy. You can see from your own existence that your nose is given, your eyes are given, your mind, your ear, your tongue, physical, and your feelings. Do you see that any of them are given to you in order to torture you? It is a really capricious creator. Do you feel? Your teeth, your lips, or your tongue, or... yesterday I was thinking about a small tongue there. Inside, I don't know how you call them, little tongue. Inside. When I am eating, it opens one place. When I am not eating, breathing, closes, and who's controlling it? It's perfectly arranged, it's simple. Perfectly arranged. How can you not trust the one who arranged this universe as appropriate to us? We see that the Quran keeps reminding that, look, we prepared the earth for you, for your comfort, made it a cradle for you. Made. Cradle means you are a baby and you are taken care of in this place. Made it for you. Who can make this huge earth subjected to my service? Accident? You can see them. Is there an accident even with the, let alone the universe or your especially living bodies? Do you see anything in this building, we're human-made building, yeah? Anything accidentally to be there? Cooling system or heating system, lighting system, or the door accidentally happened to be there. You know, the woods were flying under the influence of the wind, and then they became a wall, and the hinge happened to be there. No, it happened during 1 billion years of evolution. Can you accept that? The building, the door. It's a simple door. How about your eyes, your heart, your lungs, your liver, your kidney? It's a simple door. 1 billion years, wind this way, that way, this way, that way, and then became, at the end, adapted itself to the conditions of the building and became a door. If you can say, yeah, it is possible, okay, I have nothing to say. If you can say, go ahead. Go ahead. If you can really fit this one within your human capacity. So the problem is this. With the problem of evil, the unwanted, undesired, unpleasant things happen to us, afflictions, we call them calamities, everything, whatever negative words, you know, then everything to you, if you locate it within your own creation, conditions of creation, and see them within the conditions of the creation, under the control of somebody who has consciously put everything in their order as we see, you will have no problem about the pains, because you wouldn't lose yourself that, oh no, I am in pain now. So the one who created me now is torturing me or punishing me now. We don't see the wisdom in it. And the purpose of our existence, it becomes a problem. That's why we cannot solve any of our problems if we don't, from the beginning, question our location in existence. Very simple. That's why the author is comfortably saying that like a tree whose roots have been severed, so you will solve all your problems when you have the affliction or anything undesirable created for you. So you have one, you have one. This is not well printed out, but you can, yeah. Careful. Ah, you have one. You have one. Okay. Okay. If anybody wants this one, good print, but. So, I think we solved the problem. So, the rest is easier to read. Can you?
Continue with the
If you have any
italicized.
question, anything, and then we can talk about them. Otherwise, we can continue.
I think it makes sense.
I do have a question on something. You said that the idea of evolution doesn't fit within like Islamic thinking.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
Excuse
I thought
me.
you were hinting at that.
No,
Okay.
I said it doesn't make sense to me as a human being. No, Islamic thinking, it is a claim. Yeah. So, but I can listen to you. I can listen to you. But this brother,
Mhm.
you are near. Yeah, that's why in our discussion.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why you are not. It was quite normal.
Yeah.
To change the attitude, it's a revolution. To change the attitude, to change the mindset. So be careful, slow. It takes some time. Gradually, you will develop it and you will feel comfortable. But for the moment, we go back into our previous understandings and narrations. Narrations are perceived according to certain, pre-accepted concepts. We are Muslims, Islam is our religion, this kind of things. We don't use this language at all. As a human being, that's my conclusion, but I can see that this conclusion fits into the teachings of the Quran. Okay, why should I say no if I see it? If I don't see it, I will question. Now, somebody was speaking, somebody wants to, would you like, I think,
So basically, what I was gonna say that we used to think that, the Earth is 4.5 billion years old, and we used to think that 2.5 billion years ago, algae came about and they started throwing this oxygen up, and that's how the Earth got oxygenated, and then life appeared. But they just found these they found these limestones sort of structure in Australia, and they when they started studying it, it actually was 2.7 billion years old, and it actually could be formed only if there was oxygen. So they found out that oxygen actually was present 2.7 billion years before the algae came on the scene, which kind of upends entire concept of evolution per se. So it's not hardcore evidence for evolution per se.
but simple-minded people like me,
Right.
I can just reason. Whatever they found evidence, because we know that science works with presumptions.
That's true.
Science has their own pre-accepted rules. So we know also that human mind understands that no one can have an impartial analysis of any event in the world. It means we always put or clothe the subject, what we are studying, with our own pre-assumed concepts. So in my understanding also, I put my pre-assumed conceptions that nothing can happen by accident. I am satisfied with it. Okay, welcome. If someone is not satisfied with it, welcome, but think about it again. If you have any reason, rationality, which convinces me, tell me. But don't play the game of And I found something somewhere, a meter or something, but you interpret it according to your own expectations. We always say that, can somebody say that? Even a meteor fell. How come it falls? How come? Falling is a phenomenon. How come this phenomenon exists? It's not an easy thing. Because I'm used to, when I leave this, when it falls down, I take it for granted that, I don't want to try that. When I leave an object, a heavy object, let's say, at least comparatively heavy object, when I leave this object, it falls down, I just cover up the reality that this falling is a phenomenon. And this phenomenon needs to exist. What is the source of existence of this falling? It needs to be given existence. My logic works. Experience, I can use experience in order to benefit from the order. But experience always is interpreted with human subjective concepts. We should never forget that none of the people who call themselves scientists can really divorce themselves of their previous concepts. That's why they use these explanations. If you really question them, they have thousands of pre-assumed concepts, and they are all subjective. Yes, my conclusion is subjective as well. I admit that. Subjective to me. And my point is, am I satisfied with it or not? I have to question. I shouldn't take it for granted. Am I satisfied or not? If you are satisfied, as long as you are satisfied, carry on. When you have doubt, question. Don't stop. Yes.
If I understand the last few weeks correctly, you're not making a case around science, around the way things became. You're making a case around attribution. Why is it that thing becomes? So let's talk about the door, right? The door is made of wood, and the door is here, and it didn't, winds just didn't, blow, and here's the door. Presumably someone came and chopped down a tree and
A conscious being.
And carved the tree into these panels and installed the door here. But that's not the matter. The matter is, how did that happen? That happened because the tree grew because a creator made it grow. And someone chopped it down because a creator empowered someone to chop it down. And that person
gives the quality or ability to chop
exactly.
down.
So how the door came here, the mechanics of how the door came here is not what you're talking about. It's the attribution of that the creator helped all these things, or not even helped, made all of these things happen in sequence such that now we have a door. And so similarly, with evolution, it's not about what is the science of evolution. It's about, if I understand correctly, to whom do we attribute these sequence of events that have created us?
Yeah.
And whether scientists are able to demonstrate with certain presumptions this or that, or this theory or that theory, that's a second order to what is the driving force underneath each of those things. And to whom do we attribute the meteor that fell out of the sky, and to whom do we attribute algae that have the ability to create oxygen, and to whom do we attribute, an amoeba that then turned into something else? All of these actions, as you're saying, are creations designed by someone else.
Someone else, consciously. That's why when you use the language creator, I said that must be my conclusion, that there is a conscious creator who decided. And also we always, maybe every class, we use this word, never ever ignore existence of anything. Matter, yes. The things are coming into existence, the rules, the principles, yes. They call it For example, a very simple-mindedness actually to call laws of nature. If you really analyze it, it means nothing. What? Laws of nature? What is nature? Is that according to their own concepts, the thing comes into existence is nature, according to the laws. And this is the laws of nature, as if these laws are given existence by nature. What are you talking? It's contradictory. As if nature has an independent existence from its laws. What are you talking about? If there was no nature, I would never know how they are coming into existence, laws. If there was no law, I would never know that the matter exists. They exist together. We don't really think when we use the laws of nature. It's as if we are talking about a real thing. We are talking about we are using a self-contradictory concept. Laws of nature. Think about it. You don't have to be a scientist. You can easily understand. Just use your human reasoning, human power. It's very easy.
So then isn't again an attribution issue? To call it laws of nature is just a title. But to understand where these rules, these laws come from is far more important. Whatever label we attach to it, whether we call it evolution or we call it laws of nature, we call it gravity, that's the surface. The substance of the matter is from where do these principles derive and what created these rules by which the universe exists.
So how they came into existence. I have to use my mind. I am responsible for my own capacity. Within my own capacity, I understand that any principles I can see operating cannot exist by themselves. Very simple. I'm a human being, not because I am ignorant of science, it means experiences. No, I'm using my human capacity even while I'm using the physical entities and see the relationship between two or more physical entities and how they collaborate, etc. Still, I'm using my human capacity. I'm responsible for my human capacity. This is called belief. Belief means your own conclusion. We think that belief is an extra, as if, some people have belief, some people don't have belief. No, it doesn't work. Everybody has some sort of conclusions for themselves. That's their belief. But if somebody says, I don't know why, but in our religion, it is said so, it is not belief. It is narration. What you heard, you are narrating. It's not belief. So whatever the Quran says, I believe, for example, the Muslims use it. It is most idiotic language. What does it mean? Whatever the Quran says, what does it say? I don't know. But you believe in it. You believe in something you don't know? Doesn't make sense. So we have to conclude that you may say that, look, I haven't studied, I don't know what it is, but what I heard from the Quran, let's say fundamentals made sense to me. Yeah. If it made sense to you, really, don't be prejudiced. Really, that's your belief. It means this is your conclusion. Be comfortable, relax. And don't bring up any baggage from previous culture. It doesn't work, it doesn't help you. So lots of superstitions creep into our understandings and say that, I don't know, but that is Allah is powerful enough to do that. But Allah is powerful enough is your conclusion. How did you come to this conclusion? How did you come to this conclusion? Are you really satisfied that Allah is powerful enough to create everything? It means He's omnipotent, all powerful. How? You have to have your own conviction. But using that Allah is powerful enough, He can create anything He wants. And when I said this sentence, for example, you never know, it may happen because He can create. It's assumptions or presumptions. They are all presumptions. It doesn't work, it's not belief. It's just superstition. So we cannot challenge this idea, saying that, can Allah not create anything He wants? It is your conclusion. Can you say that He creates anything He wants? Who will say? For you, who will say? How can you conclude? You must be convinced. If you are convinced within yourself, yes, this is your conviction. That's called belief. Otherwise, belief cannot come really to you externally without you using your own given qualities. Given qualities. You are created with these qualities. Now, we have to be careful. If you think that I am made, yes, the one who made you with these qualities. So you are responsible within the qualities. So you have to use your qualities. If you don't use it, you waste it. That's your choice. And you have to suffer for your choice. It means for example, if you don't walk from here to the door, you cannot go there. And we have to stay here. So if I want to go to the door, but I'm not going to walk, does it work? Unless somebody comes and lifts you up and there. So otherwise it doesn't work. So the problem with the people, generally they take religion as an external factor, not their internal conclusions, and we just follow religion or not. If you are a good person, you follow religion. If you don't follow religion, it means you are a bad person. Why? Because you didn't follow the religion. The other one said, okay, I accept this, and I'm a good person. Why did you accept it? Why did you accept it? Have you used your given qualities? Have you? If you haven't, it is not belief. It is not your, and anything can be regarded as a credit for your humanity. No, you wasted your humanity. It means, in fact, you betrayed your creator by not using the abilities who has given to you, which are given to you by him. Betrayed it. It's not easy to say that I'm a religious guy, I follow religious rituals or requirements. It must be your conclusion. Otherwise, we will be responsible. Of course, we will be also having the consequence of this attitude. Okay, for example, if someone does not really get contentment with the divine decree, this person has to suffer. No way to escape from suffering. Everything bothers him. Nothing satisfies him. Consciously, we have to be aware of this divine decree that we have been talking about it more than enough. So I'm happy. So we can go ahead and...
Do you want me to start with the italicized? Okay.
I'm not the commander-in-chief, you decide.
Oh, I don't even know what's up next, though.
What is that? You read the sentence and yeah.
Oh, so
Okay, we can do that. Yeah.
I once composed the following verses in description of this truth. Cry not out at misfortune, O wretch, come trust in God.
Yeah, but we have studied this, discussed this, how it should happen, you know. Not out of blue that, okay, I trust in God. You must be convinced. If you are not convinced, it is not trusting God, but really turning blind to your reality. Yeah. But at the same time, you say, okay, whatever God gives me, it's okay. But at the same time, within yourself, you keep complaining. That's human nature, is how we are created. Okay.
Continue. For now that crying out compounds the misfortune and is a great error.
For know that crying out compounds.
For no, what did I say? For now?
Crying out
Okay,
compounds. Yeah, crying out, complaining, compounds the misfortune, makes it even worse. Because you know something is happening to you, and you know, if you are aware that you are a victim of this event, don't see that there is a wisdom in it. There's a conscious choice behind it, and somebody is really giving an existence to this event in order to help you develop your humanity consciously, as the universe is prepared for me in order to have a comfortable life here, as I am now. If you don't do this and complain, what happens? You are not only suffering from the pain, plus loneliness, left alone, and carried away by something unknown to you, as an aliens came and took you and torturing you. You don't know what's happening. You are not sure. Of course, it makes it even worse. For example, if you have a problem, inshallah, you don't, but let's say they told you that you are going to have an operation. Yeah? And let's say I tried once and it was okay. So without anesthesis, and I had a small operation without anesthesis. So it's okay, don't worry, only the skin hurts. After the skin, it doesn't hurt. You know that there's no nerves really getting, after cutting the skin, inside they cut your heart or your other muscles, it doesn't hurt. There is no nerves, there are no nerves there. So at first it was, all right, and then afterwards, so, okay, why did I say this? I lost the track of my.
Oh, you lost your thought.
So
if a bad thing happens, then you were speaking about the operation.
Yeah, but you know that this operation is consciously done by a surgeon, and he knows what he's doing. Is it bearable or unbearable? Consciously done by a surgeon who is doing it for your benefit. If you know that this, whatever the misfortune that you are suffering, yes, we suffer. Yeah. Not really suffering, but the pain is real. It doesn't mean that there is no pain in creation. Yes, there is. So, but the pain is there. And if you know that, if you are aware that it is done to you by your owner, by your creator, the one who created you with the sense which doesn't like the pain. You see the contradiction there? Seemingly contradictory thing. He created you with a sense that tells you that this pain should not happen. And this pain is created. what is going on? Can you say that the creator, my owner, has gone crazy now? He doesn't know what he's doing? Or this creator, look at the universe, look at your own existence, look at your own feelings. This creator is deliberately putting everything in order and consciously doing it. Now, on this particular event, I experienced something contradicting. Do you see that contradiction? Pain and dislike of pain. Contradicting. Don't you see that we are expected to understand that not the creator has gone crazy, not the creator is not your owner anymore, but I am going through something, a training and kind of education, fulfilling the purpose of my existence, something. I'm expected to experience something there. When you have this trust in the creator of the pain, it becomes like you are having your operation by a conscious and compassionate surgeon. Cutting you, yes. It is cutting you, yes. It is hurting, yes. But do you get angry with the surgeon because it gave you pain? It is for your goodness. Try to see that, to see the goodness in it. Try to see it. Of course, it needs a larger, bigger picture to see the world. What am I doing here? Why am I made here? You have to have all these questions, and somehow you have to have some sort of answers to this. What is the purpose of my being in this world? Ultimately, I'm going to die anyways. This is the world, not a permanent existence in this time. Existence is permanent, but being created in this world is not permanent. I am going through phases from my fetus period phase into my babyhood and then old age. And there is an old guy here. I'm not. So, and then we all know that, do we? The end is approaching. In this type of existence, it means this is a transient place, training place. And we have to think about the purpose of our existence. What can the purpose of my existence be? We have to ask this question seriously. Why do I exist here? Why the one who gave me existence here with this capacity and putting me through all these stages without asking me, would you like to be a baby? Would you like to be a child? Would you like to be a male or female? Or no. Giving me, but I cannot stop my aging. And I cannot stop, for example, that I shouldn't feel what I feel. They operate there. They operate out of my control. Everything is created out of my control. And I have to say, I have to come to a conclusion that either the creator of this universe is crazy or doing everything with wisdom. Which one is correct? Look at the creation. Don't lose yourself in one painful event. Look at the creation. For example, you are breathing comfortably. You don't question. No question, no criticism, nothing. I'm fine, I'm healthy, I'm young. When you have breathing problems, for example, asthma, yeah, you say, why is it happening to me? Excuse me, sir. Have you asked why can you breathe comfortably when you were breathing comfortably? Huh? Did you find out? We discussed this before. Anything that we disagree with anything that we are not happy, ultimately, if you use your brain, you understand that it is because the one who creates it makes you realize the opposite, the existence of the opposite. Existence of the opposite. Anything which is unpleasant. If there is no opposite, it means everything is perfect. Yeah, my eyes are seeing, I can see, no problem. But now it is becoming not really that sharp. I cannot read it without this stuff. Why do you think I cannot read it without the help of this? Opposite is I can see. I can breathe. I am healthy. If there was no illness, definitely we would not really realize that there is no health. That's a typical example, simple example. Every mind accepts that if there was no darkness or shade, there would be no light. For me, I would never experience. So we discussed this in lengthily, actually. That anything happens negative, we call them negative things, that undesired things happen just to let us realize the opposite exists. Because this is the conditions of the creation of this world. Without opposites, we cannot become aware of the existence of anything. Only with opposites. That's how we are. If we don't die, we will never question that, oh, I am alive. Yeah. It's obvious. Yeah, if we never get blind at all, no eye or power of sight impaired, they say, not working properly, we would never realize that, oh, I am enabled to see with opposites. So we have to understand that the Creator is not crazy, but teaching me something, because of the purpose of my existence is to become aware of what I have been given and question the source of their existence. Where are they coming from? So it is a means of understanding who my owner is. I'm a little bit fast, but we have studied that a lot. Who my owner is. If I don't realize the existence of something, I would never be able to understand the source of existence of that thing. If I don't realize the source of existence of that thing, I will never understand that who my source of existence is. We call them who my owner is. Who is the owner of my existence? I will never understand that. I would never understand if I wasn't somehow given the opposites, existence and non-existence. Life, darkness, life, death, health, disease. These are all the means of realizing who my Lord is. I am product of what? Who gave me existence? Who gave the existence to all my human qualities? These are most essential questions. We can ask them, we can comfortably understand. Again, you don't have to be a scientist. What is the source of existence of all these human senses? And why are they given to me? Why? Question it. And somebody, let's say, made an art, something, any artful, artistic work. And why does he do that? To show which kind of qualities he has, right? So you didn't have anything on the wall, and next day you came that there's a beautiful picture or beautiful painting on the wall. Very simple. You understand that, oh, somebody has made this beautiful picture and I like it. I enjoy it. Even sometimes I pay a lot of money for it because I enjoy it. So this is the way of appreciating the existence and getting to know the existence giver. And why? None of my business who created the universe, really. Ultimately, what is my responsibility? What is my care? My business? Who gave me my existence? The creator of the universe, or searching for the creator of the universe, is ultimately to know who my creator is. So I will consciously associate my existence to that source. I will say I belong to that source. So I will feel secure in my existence. That is the most important thing, feeling secure in your existence. I can say this is what Iman is, belief is. Belief, when you say belief, feeling secure in your existence. Okay, I think the rest goes in the same way.
Okay.
I shouldn't interrupt you, but you can make comments.
All right, so I'll go through it all. Find misfortune's sender and know it is a gift within a gift and pleasure.
So the sentences are with I promise not to interrupt you. The sentence is very simple to say, but very difficult to grasp and make it your real. Make it your real. And if find misfortune's sender and know it is a gift within gift. How? Wow. Why? We have been talking about this. Why it's a gift? Misfortune is a gift, huh? Let the worldly people or unbelievers shouldn't hear us. Let them or not hear us. Misfortune is a fortune. Pain is a fortune for you.
Gift for you.
A gift for you? A gift? Pain is a gift for you? You must be crazy. So they will say, you are getting ready for to become suicide bombers, huh? Because you say, oh, it is a gift. Let me kill myself. It's a gift. No, of course not. But at the same time, we have to question and think, how can I come to this conclusion? Or can I come to this conclusion that any misfortune ultimately is a gift for me, because through this misfortune, I will realize who is the creator of all the fortunate events that I have been given. And define myself as a being belongs to him. I am secure now. I understood who my Lord is. But it may happen through misfortunes, pains. But are we going to complain it? We cannot complain the existence of the pains, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to understand the existence of the opposite of pains, pleasures. When you are not hungry, can you eat? Can you taste the food? Try not to eat one day. The Ramadan is coming, but again, during Ramadan, you eat twice a day. Try it once a day. One day. You get really hungry. And eat just a simple loaf of bread. How beautiful. You see, hunger is something that we don't want to suffer, do we? We don't want to suffer from, and we don't want to be really suffering from hunger. But we are at the same time aware that only through or thanks to the hunger, I appreciate the taste of the gift of the food. If there was no hunger, we would never, ever be aware of the pleasure of taste, delicious food. Never. Even we don't know that they exist, really. The taste exists there if you are not hungry. So don't complain that you are given hunger, because you know that it is deliberately done to you when you are hungry. It's good. Thank you. You made me hungry. You make me hungry. Thank you, so that I can taste. So I know that I'm being given a present, a gift from the food. Perfect, huh? So I'm not going to interrupt you.
Yeah. it's okay.
Can you trust? No. Okay.
So leave crying out and offer thanks. Like the nightingale, smile through your tears.
Okay.
All right. If you find him not,
Your owner, him, your creator, your owner, your master, your existence belongs to him. If you cannot find him not, it means not because you couldn't, you are lazy and never thought about it. If you think about it, definitely you find. Yeah.
if you find him not, know the world is all pain within pain, transience and loss.
Why? Meaninglessness. You don't know where you came from. You don't know why are you here. Meaningless, unsecure. And I don't know how, as if I fell into this existence out of nothing. And I'm going to die and lose everything and go into annihilation, contrary to my human feelings. I want eternal happiness. Eternally, with no end, and happy. And here I am with these senses, and everything contradicts it. Meaningless if you don't find the owner. So it is more torturous than just feeling the pain of an unpleasant thing. Especially going into annihilation is unbelievable, unacceptable. Going into annihilation is unacceptable. Impossible. I cannot think about it. I cannot think of non-existence. Think about it. Non-existence is the most frightening concept, which is impossible to accept. It doesn't fit your mind, your human capacity, non-existence. So if I happen to be here accidentally, I am going to die accidentally means I am going to fall into annihilation. It is unacceptable, impossible. Impossible. So this is the worst situation.
So why lament at a small misfortune while upon you is a world of woe? Is a world full woe? Is a world full of woe? Okay. Come trust in God. Trust in God, laugh in misfortune's face, it too will laugh.
Mhm.
As it laughs, it will diminish, it will be changed and transformed.
So you can imagine that you're, let's say, you have a large family, parents are there, children are your siblings are there, and the younger siblings, that I just came to my mind right now. And mommy opens the lid of the pan. Nice smell comes. Do you see the happiness in the face of the children? Your siblings, including yourself, but you say, oh, wow! Everybody pulls out his plate or her plate. They are so happy. They are so happy because they were hungry. Because they were hungry. Yeah, those people, I understand, but I'm just joking. Fight for hunger, fight hunger, yeah, give an end to hunger. They have to double think about it. No, of course they should, but what they mean, I don't know whether they are aware or not. I don't know who they are, but we have to appreciate the existence of hunger. We shouldn't really reject it. There was no hunger. No, of course we have to feed the needy if we can. That is different. But the existence of hunger should be celebrated. No? Inshallah, that's a simple example. Mhm.
If in single-handed combat one smiles at an awesome enemy, his enmity will be changed to conciliatoriness. His hostility will become a mere joke, will shrink and disappear. If one confronts misfortune with reliance on God, the result will be similar.
Let's say, or I'm going to give a naughty example. So let's say I am engaged, yeah, with the most beloved lady. I really love her and I'm looking forward to get married. Huh? Suddenly, when I was in the room, for example, facing this way, somebody jumped on my shoulder. That's a huge, heavy thing. But I looked at it, it is my fiance. What happens? As soon as you realize that it is your beloved one, all the weight, and you want her not to get down. Do you understand that? Am I clear? Did you get it? Yeah. You want her not to get down. Stay there. Right? So this one is his hostility will become a mere joke, will shrink and disappear. First, you found a heavy weight on you. And then, when you realize that, it is the one you want to get it, when you realize that the purpose of the existence of the unpleasant, displeasing things for me, when you realize that this is a purpose, there is a purpose in their existence in order to help me understand who I am, who my owner is, who gave my existence to me. That is the only way to secure my existence, that I belong to him. All the pain and the unpleasant feelings disappear. That's why it's easy to say, but we need exercise. We need to do exercises in order to make it real for us. If you know that the unpleasant thing is created by your owner, so your real beloved one, because you owe everything to him. Whatever you have is given to you by him. and he gave you and jumped on your shoulder. What do? Your beloved one. Because you owe everything to him. It's not your, of course, the mothers and fathers are to be respected because they really did a lot of good thing for us, but not the mother, not the father, not your beloved fiance, or the one who gave you existence is giving you something. All the burden becomes a source of pleasure. My God, my honor is given to me. But we shouldn't use it as a copy-paste understanding. We must make it real for ourselves. That's why we spend a lot of money on it. Time, not money. A lot of time on it, because to establish the foundations. We have a lot, but I think we should stop here. It is almost time. Sorry?
Can I say something? Would it be fair to say, you know how I think sometimes there's a verse that says, with every hardship comes ease. And so when in the analogy you gave, so the person felt some kind of burden, but then later on,
Why?
Why?
So why it became every hardship is followed by ease? Of course, we have to study. We will carry on our Wednesday classes. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm not blaming really anybody, including myself. We don't know how to read the Quran. We have to understand that. We don't know how to face or encounter God's word. We take it for granted that he said so, it must be so. No, it is a guidance. Every hardship is followed or accompanied by an ease. Yeah, by ease, right? What does it say? Hey, in fact, the Creator is telling me that you have to see the way which makes it easy for you. Try to see it and understand it, what we have been trying today. To see that it is from your beloved one.
That which you perceive to be hardship.
Whatever the hardship is from your beloved one, and this beloved one is not torturing you, it is helping you. When you understand that the surgeon is cutting your body or a part of your body in order to make an operation and take the harmful things out from your body, in order to make you feel healthier. It means in order to make you feel secure in your existence, to know who your Lord is, to know who has given you all these beautiful things. You can get it only through opposites. Yeah? But the opposites are minor, 1%, 2%. How many days you get ill in a year? 1 week? It is sure, yeah, flu or something. And of course, when you get old, you are going to be taken away and prepared. You say, okay, I cannot see, I cannot taste, I cannot walk, I cannot really enjoy myself anymore. And the news comes, the end of life in this world is approaching, coming closer. Okay, I don't have much to lose left. You see, make it easy. Make the death easy to be received. Everything is on purpose. Everything is on purpose. I have some problems on my leg, but physical one, I say, okay, I'm going to die soon, so they are going to get rot anyway, whether it's beautiful or something deformed. on my feet. Yeah, deformed. They're going to rot away anyway. So I don't bother but if the life was eternal here, and my feet are not feeling well and deformed, I cannot bear it. Eternal, I'm going to have this? No, just temporarily. And it's easy to understand. Everything is easy to grasp the problem and tackle with the problem. Understand the wisdom. It's easy when you really understand the source. And this is good for you, to make you feel secure in your existence. That is the ultimate purpose of all training, as if you are going to get a degree. You know, we go to the school in order to get a degree. This is the degree of life, to make your existence secure for yourself. That is called the gist of belief, actually. Why is the belief? That's what you have to understand, that you are not left alone. You are not left alone. You are under control. Everything is given to you on purpose in order to benefit you. So, hardship, be careful, oh reader, the verse says. When I give you a hardship, reader, be careful, I prepare the ease next to it or with it. Find out that ease. That's how the Quran should be read. That is a call for me to find the way, which is true, I can understand, comprehend, makes that hardship easy for me. How? By attributing that hardship to my beloved Maker. Yeah? So find out the belief. Belief means really becoming aware of who is giving this hardship to you and for what purpose? For what purpose? For your goodness, for your benefit. So ease is there, but you have to find it, because we have to read the Quran as a guide. The speech of God is a guide, guiding, telling me what to do, what I should find out, not or copying it, not imitating the text. No, it is a guide, and I have to use my free will to find out. What is the ease there? How can I get the ease there? Is there any ease? Is there any ease when I am in pain? For example, let's say I am suffering from death agony. Is there any ease in the physical world? Only ease is who is giving me death. If you find out that the death is given to you by your beloved ones, the one who gave you existence and equipped you with all the things here, with the universe, is giving you death now. You say, if he's doing it, yeah, must be a purpose. I understand that he is giving me death in order to really make sure that he is my Lord, the one who gave me life. If he is the life giver, I am sure my Lord, my owner, is the life giver. I am sure now. So the life giver is making me realize that life is not to be taken for granted. Life is not to be taken for granted. It is going to be used in order to know that your Lord is the absolute life giver. Absolute life giver. It means your life is guaranteed because your owner is the source of absolute life giver. That's how we should read the Quran. But it is not easy. We have to have hundreds of examples of how to read the Quran. Hundreds of examples, especially those people who come from a religious background, or the religious background means born into a religious culture. It is not double but triple difficult to get rid of this crust. It's very difficult, but we have to struggle. Thank you very much. We have to stop and see you on Wednesday, inshallah. 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 We will carry on Wednesday. For the moment, we have to stop. It's already okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Subhanaka la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal alim al-hakim. Wa akhiru da'wahum alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.